anybody have any questions? How do you find that?
It is good.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I've done a lot of retreat, and I find this one as often. I would like spend a week like this sometimes, and then go back.
And I have a maternity cushion, so I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
For breastfeeding, I think it's could be used for that now.
Yeah.
Great. Anybody have any questions? Would like to that's been on their mind about meditating or Sharon?
Yeah, I have a question. Something we talked about earlier about jumping off the object.
Yeah.
What counts as jumping off the object? So is it where you just completely lose it completely, or it does like a count where you're still kind of on the object, but you're also paying attention to things that come up in your mind?
Very good question. So yeah, Sharon's saying, like an example would be, let's just use the breath as an example. You focus on the breath, and you're still maintaining some awareness of the breath, but you recognize also that there's this, right, other things going on. And your mind's going, am I cheating? Or something like that. Am I really focused on the breath? Right? To answer your question, losing the object is losing the object. So if you're still focused on the object, but you're also aware of something else where it's other things distracting you, but you still have the object, you have not lost the object. Yeah. So maybe you're further on than you think. People in the room, you haven't lost the object. You see, what this is making me. This question is making me want to do a series of in-depth talks about the stages of meditation and what, like in real life, like what they mean and what what you should expect at a certain stage and in your meditation and also in your life. Might be cool, because what that means, if you can actually hold the object for quite an extensive period of time, then you're up like near stage 4 and stuff like that, where you're never losing the object. It's just that your attention, there's agitation and dullness, and so then you begin to work on brightening your focus and working on the object becoming your sole object. And that's it. That's your journey, is going from, because it's significant. It's a significant moment in the meditator's career when they don't lose the object anymore, even if there's stuff like buzzing around, but it's still there, whatever that object may be. I've read it in scriptures, I've heard it in classes, and I can attest to this personally. If you've reached that place, you have a very, very good shot at getting rid of your mental afflictions, like dealing with your mental afflictions, because you've gained the ability to hold on to like a witness type of state of mind. Like you could, like a life example could be, maybe someone says something to you that you take the wrong way, or it just pushes your button. All of a sudden, you go into this inflamed state of like, what a jerk or something. But because you've been turning inward so long and working on your mind so much, you're like, whoa! I can't do that. I can't have my life be dictated by what I think someone else thinks about me. It's just not going to work out for me. And not only that, but I know from my classes and meditations that that's just going to breed more affliction. And I'm going to do something stupid, probably. But if you reach that state, you can hold on to that witness that's just watching, and then the very affliction itself that you're having can then become an object of your focus. So like the breath awareness, suddenly you've upped the ante. of your progress, because now what you're looking at is an emotion like jealousy, or blame. And you can then, because you've gained that, so it may be that the blame or jealousy moves around and comes in and out and messes with you and wants to give you reason to blame. You've maintained a stillness enough to recognize that that's not what I am. I'm not that thing. So I'm just going to stay on my object. In a way, you have two objects. I'm going to stay on my one is your center point of, like, at that point in time, your clearest idea of your highest self. Whatever it is at that time. You see, whatever your clearest idea is about your highest self is perfect in the moment. It's functional. And you can stay with that while you watch crazy thoughts, like clouds, They were probably not like clouds. Like, I don't know. Thunderbolts, yeah. Yeah, because you can feel them physically. Yeah, emotionally, physically, they can be painful. And because, thank you, Sharon, it's a great question. So, because here's the thing about it all, the point to why we're here tonight is that, like we've talked about so much in class, is that ever-changing world of reality that we see each day, that we get, because for so long we've been trying to figure out how to have a better this or a better that. And we'll have an idea, we have ideas in our mind that we don't even know are ideas in our mind, that are playing out and making us lay out lines in our lives and have certain kinds of goals and believe that this is what a good person does. This is what a contributing citizen does. A contributing citizen does this and this, and they'll leave something for their children, or builds an empire. And a homeless person who has nothing and who's standing on the side of the road with a sign up that says anything helps is a failure. They have failed. Or there's something wrong with them. Those poor people, why don't they get a job? Or whatever it may be on your mind. That the idea that this illusion that they're somehow different than we are. And the thought that, well, if I had like countless money and had enterprise in this, that I would somehow be okay. My worries would be over. Like, there's an entire reality that's made up of all of that, like church, like all the institutions. So the idea of meditating is to actually drop the whole thing. Doesn't mean that you don't live beautifully in the world. It just means that your mind has left hoping that is going to give you something. It's your mind leaves hoping that something that's not from your inner self could actually really really cause you some kind of hellish existence, or really cause you some kind of joy in a way that could last. Because it's just impermanent experience. Come and go, come and go, come and go. Just in a series, it appears seamless, but it's really, every moment a whole reality springs up and disappears. It springs up and disappears. If you get really deep in meditation, you can actually see that happening. You can actually see subtle impermanence. But so just being able to hold on to your object puts you in a position where you can start to see that, all the programs the earth offers, all the programs the world is offering is not gonna uncap the fountain. It's so great, all the stories, the fountain of youth, right? There's all these the mythological, and there's so many, like any religion, anything that's trying to point at a higher truth can really only be metaphorical. You can't say what it is. You can't say what your inner reality is. You can't even talk about it. So, like, the legendary Holy Grail, and then the stories of the knights going through all these trials to find the Holy. What's that? What is the Holy Grail? What does that mean? What does it represent? It's kind of cool. Like, some people, it's in the shape of a chalice. Some people say that's like symbolizes the search for the union at the Triveni that we just worked with, which is like a vase. It comes up. You got two channels that come in there, and it's like all they're really searching for. The stories were that they're running around on their horses and dying for this cup, this golden cup. But maybe what they were doing was doing an inner search for their prana to unite, and then explode into joy, and then join the divine. A cup can't do that. The fountain of youth, right? Oh, the legendary fountain of youth. We're going to do, we'll pay as much money as we have to find, the map, the hidden maps, the treasures, the secret, we'll go there and we'll, what's that? There's no fountain that you can drink from that's going to give you eternal life. You have eternal life. You just have to pop it. It's right there. You pop that thing and it's never going to stop. You're just going to be happy all the time. If you like happy days. Maybe that guy that wrote the song, he's like, listen, I can't explain this, but I'm going to write a song about it. Anyways, so that's class. Thank you. And I thought today, because of a comment in the, when we were having a break, we're not going to prostrate at the end today. What we're going to do is we're going to ring the bowl. Okay, we're going to ring the bowl, and we'll just sit in silence, hear the sound, and then when the bowl stops, make a mental prostration in your mind to the moment that you perceive the sound is gone. That's
Say
your-
it again.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to ring the bowl for a while. You close your eyes, and the sound will fill the room. And then at some point, I'll stop. And instead of doing a prostration in the class, just focus your mind, listen, and then in your mind, you make a mental prostration. So you're bowing down in your mind to the very moment that you notice the sound has stopped. Thank you, everybody,
Thank you.
for coming. Thanks for putting up with my art.
Isn't there a class this Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want? So this Saturday from 2 o'clock to 4:30 p.m. The gentleman's going to be teaching a yoga class on Diamond Heart Yoga
Yeah.
at the Commercial Drive
Yeah.
location.
Yeah. It's series 5, which is the series on. It's called Guru Bliss. So you're doing your practice, offering your yoga practice to the holy being as you do it.
So there's more chairs now. So
Yeah, that's fine, and then when I thought, until I get another bin, we'll slide in, behind.
Okay, cool.
There's not 2 of those, there's 4 of the ones here.
Here.